LAIDS spells relief. Use as directed.
One-on-one sports. Turn up your radio and turn it real loud. You gotta hear what's going on with teams in every town. Freak Show is a rapping, rock and rollin' sports show. So calling on the toll free and just let yourself go. Cause it's the Freak Show, baby. With John and Renshaw. It's the Freak Show you're listening right now. It's the Freak Show, baby. With John and Renshaw. It's the Freak Show, you've got it on now. Bring out today. Bring out today. Good morning. Here's Johnny.
7 past the hour. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Memorial Day weekend to all of you. Lots of beautiful, groovy, musical, magical moves today. The Dead and Eyes of the World to lead us off as the Final Four in the NBA is here and not too far away. An ice-cold holiday beer. I want to say thank you to all the great members of the Army and Navy and Air Force, Marines and Coast Guard and everyone that has given their life for us in past times and in future times and in present times so that you and I could have this little fun escape from life known as Sports Talk Radio. Dedicate Memorial Day to all the members of the services that are still out there plugging along, to those of you that have lost members of your family over the years, so that you and I, my friends, could sit here and say who's going to win, Pacers or Knicks, instead of who's going to live, Germans or Americans. It's Cal Ripken past the hour, the official kickoff to the summer tour here on the Freak Show. Gorgeous day in Chicago, Mark and Sammy in the same town. The grill's heating up. You can smell the chicken and the sausages and the peppers and the hamburgers and the hot dogs. Ice cold beer, frisbees, co-eds and cut-off jeans and bikini tops, volleyball nets, lazy naps at 3 in the afternoon under the shade. Wake up, watch the Stars and the Avalanche tonight, kick it old school, and do it again on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Nice 4-day long weekend for you. I hope you enjoy it. We're here to take your phone calls and to keep you grooving all day long. For those of you that are at work today, we'll take care of you. All you delivery drivers out there, all you construction workers, what's up, brothers? It's all right, man. You've almost made it. It's Friday. It's almost time to clock out, clock in, let the partying begin. So it's all good to go. I had Utah, so your life can't be that bad. I don't care. I don't give a damn. I don't have a favorite NBA team, but I really did think that Utah was going to come back and win that whole series. Karl Malone, 8 points last night. The Karl Malone bashing can begin, I guess. Bad karma. I think it was all karma. I still love Karl Malone as a basketball player. I judge him on his whole career. And I like to look back at the 13 years where Karl Malone's name was barely ever even mentioned, and he dominated the league over and over again. And it's like the last 3 or 4 years here where he's finally got the recognition that he's deserved. But congratulations to the Portland Trail Blazers. Again, there's only one team I'm living and dying with this spring. Only one team that can make me sad or happy, and that's the Dallas Stars. Nothing can happen. Well, if the Knicks win the NBA championship, I'll be very, very, very unhappy. That's the only thing that could happen in the NBA that can affect my mood. Would be the Knicks winning the NBA championship. 10 past the hour. We'll hit the phone lines. Couple things I want from you. Basically, who's going to the NBA Finals and why? They start tomorrow, the Final Four. I mean, San Antonio and Portland play tomorrow. How unfair is that to Portland? I also want to read a Peter Vesey article that I found this morning ripping Jeff Van Gundy. I want to get into that, but I want to take as many phone calls as possible, man. is all about, I firmly believe that this is a country full of a million, thousand, hundred, quadruple million sports broadcasters. And just because me or Peter Brown or Papa Joe Chevalier or Damon Perry or Arnie Spanier got lucky enough by the lottery of life that God was smiling on us the one day that our program director listened to our tape and we became 4 or 5 of the luckiest people in the world. And even if it's not us, whether it's Bob Costas, whether it's, Vin Scully or whoever it is, nobody knows more sports than the next person as long as you do your homework. I mean, sports is, everyone, watches the same games. We all know what's going on. And I just hate people that think that, the radio guy knows more than the caller. Maybe sometimes he does, but maybe sometimes he doesn't. I want to read this article, but I want to get to the phone calls first. Henry is in Kalamazoo. Henry, portrait of a serial killer. Hi, Henry. Is Henry there on line 9? Hello, Henry. I could swear. Henry, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Okay, what the hell was that? You're 0 for 2, homie. Get your stuff to you come 0 for 3. Play a good mood cut then, you little bastard.
It's like a radio station. And the request lines are now open. KGFJ Soul Radio.
Do it now, man.
Request lines are up.
Cheech and Chong. We're going to play good mood cuts all day long. We do it every Friday, especially the holiday weekend. Hank, how are you?
Renshaw. What's going on, buddy?
What time's that Red Wing game on tonight?
I don't know. I'm going to be dreaming about it or something.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. I don't mean to be all like I'm all bad and everything, but I am excited. To tell you, I only have one thing going on this whole weekend. I guess I'm going to watch the Stars Avalanche game tonight. That's really the only thing I have to look forward to the whole weekend, man.
Great, crazy. I wanted to touch on some Red Wings, but
okay, let's do it.
I heard about that. I heard about that Bessie article.
Yeah.
Listen, why? How can this guy coach properly, knowing that his job's in jeopardy? Well, what the hell? He gets the New York Knicks to the
Who
New
cares
York.
what Peter Vesey says?
Exactly.
Look at Peter Vesey. He looks like a cheap bookie Italian watch thief freak, and I'm Italian, so I can dog him.
No,
he looks like look at him, dude. The guy's a joke.
Buongiorno, Renshaw.
Buongiorno. And I'm not dogging Italians. My mother is born and raised in Italy, and she's in the hospital today, and I love her to death. But Peter Vesey just has a yucky feel to him. Anyone that can look at Peter Vesey and feel like warm inside is obviously, what a cheesy beard. Who has a cheesier beard, him or Jim Rome?
Well, who wears the cheapest? He wears cheap suits too.
You know?
You know?
Yeah, I do know. I do know. And he said, I should find an article, I think I might have it, at the beginning of the playoffs, if I can find it. It says Knicks have no chance. Yeah. I got to find that article. But the one that we're going to read here toward the break says Van Gundy deserves the axe. We'll read parts of it. Who's going to the NBA Finals, quick, Henry?
I think New York, pal.
New York and who?
Detroit.
See, he lost it right there. He's got New York and Detroit. Here we go. Listen to what Peter Vesey said, then we'll get your reaction. Regardless of whether the Knicks defeat the Pacers, this is from Peter Vesey, or win the NBA championship, Jeff Van Gundy deserves to be fired. Here we go. Regardless of whether the Knicks defeat the Pacers or win the NBA championship, Jeff Van Gundy deserves to be fired. His sin was subverting Ernie Grunfeld and the game plan. The two had designed, and the trade, yes, even Oakley for Camby, they agreed upon after much haggling. Jeff Van Gundy must pay the ultimate price for his covert and overt insubordination. In the final analysis, history will show he wantonly manipulated an obviously ignorant faction of the media to submarine his boss and denounce Camby, Sprewell, and Dudley. Despite incontrovertible proof that Grunfeld knew exactly what he was doing, the class creep from the Times continues his frivolous criticism of the deposed team president, but for some reason he has ceased the personal attacks on Ernie's family. But then again, here we go. This guy's also getting into some other things, and he's trying to rip a writer from the New York Times, and he jumps into Malone and Mutombo. But he says that Jeff Van Gundy deserves to be fired. Obviously, Peter Vesey knows the interior workings of the Knicks more than I do, but that doesn't mean he's cooler than me. Hi, Paul.
Hey, how you doing?
You're in New York. What are your thoughts?
Vesey's an idiot.
Okay.
First of all, just reading that article, I don't know if he has something going on with Grunfeld, but his nose is so far up
Well,
Grunfeld's backside.
Grunfeld looks pretty good, though, right? I mean, as far as his decision-making. But then again, who coached these players?
Yeah, well, I mean, what Betsy was saying, first of all, the reason why Van Gundy didn't play Camby at the beginning of the year, there's some veterans on the team.
Camby was out of shape.
He was out of shape.
Remember, he couldn't even go 6 minutes that one game.
I mean, now Camby definitely earns his keep, and he should be playing, and Van Gundy's now playing him. Everything that he does, Dudley wasn't playing that well at the beginning of the season. Dudley's now playing. If you prove it, Van Gundy will definitely throw you out there. And he also has to deal with Ewing's ego. Ewing has a big ego, and you can't throw these guys in right away. They have to, be a part of the
Sprewell
team.
was hurt. Ewing was hurt. And it's amazing. People's talking about, I always wonder, like, well, can you deal with the press of the media pressure in New York? I'm like, what media pressure? What are they going to do to me? But you see stuff like this over and over again, and you finally realize what these New York writers and talk show hosts do.
Well, I think Vesey just made himself look like an idiot.
Well, he's done that for years, man, with his delivery on television. Nobody buys his shtick. Nobody buys his information, his sources. And Jim Gray is no stud either. Obviously, people like Rudy Martzke have tried to lead us all to believe that Jim Gray is the greatest interviewer. I think you call him the greatest modern-day interviewer in the history of media or whatever, because he asks some tough questions at times, which I do give him credit for, because it is very easy to, like Cheryl Miller the other night, did not ask the tough question. But it's all up for debate, man. Who's going to the NBA Finals and why? One of our questions of the day. What are you doing this Memorial Day weekend? Do you have a good mood cut on the way to the Flash, or is it too late, probably? Let's play one.
Chicks dig me because I rarely wear underwear, and when I do, it's usually something unusual. But now I know why I have always lost women to guys like you. I mean, it's not just the uniform. It's the stories that you tell. So much fun and imagination. Lee Harvey, you are a madman.
This is one-on-one sports.
Do you know that Atros Perot, Nike Shoes, and Federal Express have all used government money to ensure their success? And you can too. Work on your invention.
AccuQuote service. Cases 30. 90. Rates and availability vary by state.
1-800-638-3411. There's no hype and no hack. Absolutely free, just for calling. Call Jeff Allen Sports and start winning today. 1-800-638-3411. Must be 21 or older.
A fourth quarter, Karl Malone would love to forget. Hello, everybody. I'm Michael Golnick, and here's what's happening. Malone went scoreless over the final 12 minutes as Portland beat Utah 92-80. Isaiah Ryder had 24. Brian Grant did a terrific job on Malone, who ended up with only 8 points and 7 rebounds. So next up for the Trailblazers, the San Antonio Spurs in the Western Conference Finals. It kicks off in San Antonio Saturday at 5:30 Eastern. NHL Eastern Conference Finals, Buffalo over Toronto 4-2. The Sabres now with a 2-1 advantage in that series. Dominic Hasek got the start. He stopped 24 shots, 12 of which came at him in the third period. Baseball American League, Roger Clemens, 19 straight wins. That's a new American League record as the Yankees beat Boston 4-1. Jorge Posada with a solo home run. Brady Anderson cleared the bases, a grand slam. Baltimore 6, Anaheim 3. Detroit over the White Sox 10-5, and Oakland got by Kansas City 6-1. Over in the National League, it was Atlanta nudging Milwaukee 8-7. Colorado finally beat Houston 4-3. St. Louis 3, Giants 2-12. Mark McGwire, home run number 14. And the Dodgers beat Cincinnati by the score of 4-3. Men's third round action at the French Open, an upset. Alberto Berasategui defeating 7th-seeded Tim Henman. Among the ladies, Martina Hingis, Venus Williams, and Arantxa Sanchez Vicario all move on. That's the latest one-on-one sports flash. I'm Michael Golnick.
next. Memorial Day weekend on the Superstation. The LA Dodgers take on the Atlanta Braves in a Major League explosion.
The ball's juiced, the mounds are lower, there's rockets flying everywhere.
Dodgers, Braves, 7:35 Eastern tonight on TBS, the Superstation. Lee and Perrins present something.
Damon to Wallace. Wallace to Jackson, low right. Jimmy against Hornacek. Down low to Grant. Bryant jammed it. Great pass from Jackson to Grant, who had the position against Malone. Bryant's first field goal. He has 5.
I do have an announcement to make. Mary Audrey Proops is in the building. Is that how you pronounce her name? We welcome her to the network. What a perfect song for Memorial Day. Freakin'. I guess I started around 6 miles. My boys in San Luis Obispo. Why do all the chicks have hair on their legs? Ask Shaggy. It really don't matter when they drink out the pig. Sun is always out. Sky is so blue. The air is very clean. I got a good word, baby. All about you. It's an Isla Vista kind of day. Yeah. Mark McGuire. Isla Vista, California, Memorial Day weekend. Don't you wish you were laying by the ocean right now with a big blanket? I see that Ryan O'Donnell got a haircut. Hey, Shaggy, do you know that's Billy O'Donnell's brother? Remember we used to have Billy O'Donnell on the show, and he would go, I am not afraid. He goes, you will be. John, excuse me. Do you have, let me start to John in Forest Hills, New York, right here. John, good morning. How are you?
Yes, good morning. You know, the answer to who's going to win the NBA playoffs, I think, will be Indiana, even though I am from New York, and my sentiments will be there. And I don't think, from what you were talking about, that Jeff Van Gundy should be fired. I think he's done a magnificent job the last 2
And
weeks.
hold on 1 second, John. I promise I will get back to you, but we are fortunate enough right now to bring on the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts, Jim Mora, on the John Renshaw Show. Jim, how are you? Good morning.
I'm doing great. How about you, John?
I cannot be doing any better. Happy Memorial Day weekend to you.
Thank you. Same to you. It's a big weekend here in Indianapolis, as you know.
Oh, my Lord. God, traffic must be crazy on Sunday there.
Well, I went down to the Carb Day yesterday, and it was a lot of fun.
I thought I saw you changing some tires.
Yeah.
I tell you that, I was watching a little bit of that. Those pit crew guys, they are
They're
unbelievable.
something. Yeah, they're special.
I tell you, you changed some of your crew around this year as we look to the, obviously, Marshall Faulk gone and the drafting of Edgerrin James. Has he gotten an agent yet, and what is that going to do to affect his implementation into your system?
No, he hasn't gotten an agent yet that I know of, and it won't do anything as far as I'm concerned. You know, we've got all of our rookies here. He's been here since the 16th of May, and he's working very hard and got a great attitude about things and wants to be a good player, and I'm excited about having him on the team.
Again, most of us know that you had a chance to go for him, I guess, or Ricky Williams. And what was it about him that fits into your system better, you think?
Well, you know, we liked both of them, and it was a very difficult decision, very much like last year when we had to pick between Peyton and Ryan Leaf, and we spent a lot of time evaluating and analyzing and discussing the pros and cons of each, and when it came right down to it, we just felt like he fit best into what we want to do with our running back.
Could you tell me about Marvin Harrison's season-ending shoulder injury and how he has come along? I know the practices of a non-contact variety. From what I understand, he has offered up evidence of a full recovery, and isn't that wonderful news?
Yeah, he's fully recovered. He participated in our mini camp that we had the weekend after the draft. He did everything. He's been given a clean bill of health, and he can do anything. I mean, he could play a game today if we had one. So, that's good news because he was having a terrific season last year when he got hurt, and we need him. He's a big part of our passing game with Peyton and our other young receivers, and so it's important that he's healthy, and he is healthy. So that's good news.
Could you talk about your other young receivers and who you really need to step up this year?
Well, You know, the guy that's really had a great offseason for us, and he was coming on at the end of last year, was E.G. Green. E.G. Green was our third-round pick a year ago from Florida State, and he dislocated an elbow in training camp and missed a lot of the work here early in the season. And then when it took him a while to get back, but he was really coming on strong at the end, and he's had a terrific offseason. So I really like him. Jerome Pathon, another rookie from last year, our second-round pick, started all year for us, and learned a lot. And he's coming on. We signed Lake Dawson, who's a more of a veteran receiver in the offseason. But you know, Marvin's still young. I think he's in his fourth or fifth year. So it's our offense is young but talented, and should, you know, just get better as the season goes on.
Our guest is Jim Mora, head coach of the Indianapolis Colts. No doubt, Jim, your needs going into the offseason were defense, and more defense, and three really wonderful acquisitions of Chad Bratsky, Sean King, and Chad Cota. We'll start off with Chad Bratsky, a guy over the last couple of years has become one of the best sack artists in the game.
Well, Chad, and yeah, he had a great year last year as far as sacks. But he's a good all-around football player. He plays the run well. He can rush the passer. He plays with a lot of intensity. He's a relentless player, and he'll bring some experience and some ability and toughness and all to our defense. So I like him a lot. Good leader, a hard worker, great work ethic.
And then Chad Cota is a man who is always around the ball, it seems like, has a nose for the ball. And if you have the ball and are near him, you might be dislodged of the ball.
Right. Chad is not a big physical guy when you look at him, you know. And yet he plays hard and he plays physical, and he's a big hitter. When I was at New Orleans, he was at Carolina, and we played him twice a year, and I always had a lot of respect for Chad, and I think he's going to bring some toughness and also some. You know, he's just a good football player. He's one of those guys that he doesn't run real fast. He's not real big, but he plays the game well. So he'll give us some good leadership back there also.
And he'll have a wonderful safety partner and one of the most underrated in Jason Belser. Now, Sean King is a guy more a kind of a thing, an issue we've seen in the NFL in recent memory, where maybe some off the field troubles, but a tremendous amount of talent.
Right.
There's no doubt about his talent.
Right.
What about his head?
Well, his head's fine. Now, we've had him here, you know, for a few months, and he was in our mini camp, and he's like you say, he's a very talented guy. He just had some tough luck. He had some off-field problems a couple years ago. He was hurt last year, missed the entire season with a torn biceps, but he's healthy now. He's in good shape, and, you know, I think it's about time for him to step forward and show the kind of ability that he has, and, you know, hopefully he'll do that this year. You know, one other free agent that you didn't mention that we signed is Cornelius Bennett, and you know, he's going to help us too. So
well, let's hope that he can tutor Sean King in the right way instead of the wrong way, because he's had some off the field troubles as well. But I'm sure that, you know, obviously he knows how to play the game of football. Jim, I still don't think that Peyton Manning is getting enough credit for the record-shattering year he had last year. He got off to a bad start early, and then he just smoothed in, and people seem to not really appreciate how much better he got as the year went on. What do you expect in year two?
Well, you know, one of the reasons I think that people didn't appreciate it because we weren't winning, I think had his improvement correlated with our record, where we would have started winning as long as he improved, I think people would have given him more credit. But we continued to lose, although he was improving as our quarterback. But Peyton, you know, I can't say enough about the guy. He's a talent. He's got all the intangibles from a character, leadership, work ethic, competitiveness, all those kind of things. You know, as good as there is. So he's had a good off season. He's worked very hard. He wants to be successful. He wants the team to win. That's number one. You know, I expect him to just be even better. You know, and he's still a pup. He's still a young kid. Even next year, I'm going to be telling people, well, he's going to get better the third year, and he's going to get better the fourth year. This is a tough position to play in the league, and you probably don't reach your peak till you're maybe your sixth, seventh year, something like that. So he's just going to get better and better. But he's going to be a better player this year. He's going to make better decisions, fewer mistakes, and help us win more games.
Our guest all across America for about one more minute is Jim Mora. Jim, what was the effect of the death of Brandon Burlsworth on you, and how difficult was it to accept?
Well, it was a horrible tragedy. I still have bad feelings inside whenever I think about it, or just as you mentioned it right now, it just brings back these bad feelings. He was a terrific young man. We didn't get a chance to know him real well because we had just drafted him a week and a half before he was killed in that accident. But we thought it was a great pick in the 3rd round. We really liked him. We had it rated higher than that. He came in for our minicap the next weekend, and he was one of those young men that you instantly knew was going to be a great player and a real asset to your football team. Yes sir, no sir, All-American boy type, excellent player, had his master's degree. It was just a terrible tragedy.
On this Memorial Day, it puts everything in perspective. And if you see any of your young players or veteran players throughout the year hanging their heads or moping, I'm certain a tribute to Brandon Burlsworth will make them get their heads straight, and we give out our prayers to his family. Jim, have a good weekend.
Okay,
good
thank
luck
you,
to
John.
the Pacers. I appreciate it. Just don't beat my Dolphins. Toll-free number, 1-800-777-2907. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, John. Did you leave me, John? John, oh, is line 3 turned up?
Hello?
Hi, John, how are you?
Okay, fine.
Yes, I'm sorry that I had to bypass you there for a second. It seems like whenever you're on, the good guests come on. I don't know what it is about you, John. Now back to your thoughts, sir. About anything you want.
I guess that's part of the role that chance and coincidence play in people's lives. Yes, I found that conversation, it would sound like a cliche, interesting and informative, but back to the question you were asking about who is going to win the NBA championship, and a little bit of a sidelight to that. On the update, they've often mentioned, home runs, and yesterday I had mentioned that great game by Harvey Haddix in the sideline. I was surprised knew the name Joe Adcock and the tragedy that came to him, and of course there's been so many sports tragedies, as was just mentioned before. The player with the most total bases in one game, okay, I'm trying to tell you the answer. A record that'll probably, he hit 4 home runs and a double as compared to players like Willie Mays, who only hit 4 home runs in a game.
Bob Horner.
No, think of who I'm surprised that you know.
Joe Adcock, you were surprised.
Joe Adcock, right. Joe Adcock. And I could kind of remember that game in 1954. Ironically, by chance and coincidence, it was he who hit the home run off of Harvey Haddix. And when you think of, like great no-hit pitchers, you would think of Nolan Ryan, you would think of Sandy Koufax, Warren Spahn, and a few others, even Tom, and a few others. But you wouldn't really think of Harvey Haddix, because he had, other than winning 20 games his first year in 53, he really didn't have much of a significant career. And
Yeah, John, I'm going to have to go, I guess. I don't know what happened there, but John, let me wrap up with this one thought. I'm going to wrap up with a John thought, then a good mood cut, then the flash, then the NFL rumors of the day, then back to your phone lines. When you listen to phone callers like John, you wonder why we call it a freak show. John, I love you. God bless you. Have a good weekend.
good things happen to he who waits.
Hector Savage from Detroit. Hey, I remember this pug. Ex-boxer. His real name was Joey Chicago.
Oh, yeah. He fought under the name of Kid Minneapolis. Hey, I saw Kid Minneapolis fight once. In Cincinnati.
No, you're thinking of Kid New York. He fought out of Philly.
He was killed in the ring in Houston. By Tex Colorado. You know, the Arizona assassin? Yeah, from Dakota. I don't remember if it was North or South.
North. South Dakota was his brother. From West Virginia.
You sure know your boxing?
Well, all I know is never bet on the white guy.
This is One-on-One Sports.
Hey guys, if you per week, but 6,400 patient by me.
Some job.
I'll take that as a happening. Isaiah.
Our turn. Now spins back to the hoop. Reload jumper breaks it in. Ryder with 16 and he coming back down the board. 80 to 75 Blazers. How about a stop?
Courtesy of the NBA and KEX, Portland and San Antonio get started Saturday at 5:30 Eastern. NHL Eastern Conference Finals, Buffalo over Toronto 4-2. Dominic Hasek stopping 24 shots, 12 in the third. Sabres lead the series 2-1. American League, Roger Clemens, his 19th straight win. That's an American League record. Yankees over Boston 4-1. Baltimore doubled up Anaheim 6-3. Grand slam for Brady Anderson. Detroit 10, White Sox 5, Oakland over Kansas City 6-1. National League, Atlanta knocked off Milwaukee 8-7, Colorado over Houston 4-3, St. Louis shaded San Francisco 3-12, and it was the Dodgers over the Reds 4-3. That's the latest one-on-one sports flash. I'm Michael Golnick.
I hate this hill my team's up. Who you expect?
That was a good lad, old man. That was just like the wishbone.
Yes, sir, well, I darn near made me a touchdown. And then I seen them boys bearing down on me, figured I better give it off to you there. I seen you following me.
Well, we liable to win if we keep this up. With somebody like you sure can run fast. Come on, let's kick off to it.
All right, then.
44 past the hour, John Renshaw. Great football cut from the movie Sling Blade. Since we had on Jim Mora earlier on in the hour, and I thank Craig Larson and Matt Nahagian for hooking us up with the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts. It's been a big football week. Talked Dolphin football and Buccaneer football yesterday, Colt football today. Pretty much at 44 past the hour in the first hour, we're going to give you our hottest NFL rumors of the day. And don't forget about World Bowl 99. Big names expected to be on the post-June 1st free agency market. And believe it or not, June 1st is just around the corner, baby. And June 1st is also my mom's birthday. The Miami Herald reports that there could be several big names added to the veteran free agency market after June 1st. Cutting players after June 1st, as you know, permits clubs the option of spreading accrued bonuses over more than one season. Among the players that may be cut, Jim Drunken Miller from the 49ers, running back Lamar Smith from the Saints, Vikings linebacker Dixon Edwards, Bears offensive tackle Andy Heck, Patriots offensive tackle Zephros Moss, Buccaneers defensive tackle Marcus Jones, Cowboys wide receiver Billy Thomas, Jags cornerback Dave Thomas, Panthers guard Corbin Lasina, Falcons offensive lineman Gene Williams, Giants free safety Tito Wooten, Broncos defensive end Neil Smith, Steelers tackle Justin Strelzik, Chargers defensive tackle Ruben Thomas, and Cardinals fullback Larry Centers. Those are the names right there. The Denver Post reporting the Broncos have a couple of important jobs up for grabs this summer. The club will get a starter at strong safety from a group that includes Ty Braxton, George, NFL Europe Coghill, and Darius Johnson. Of course, they'll be pulling for Coghill. By the way, wide receiver Travis McGriff, who is recovering from a virus that drew 25% from his body, will compete with wide receiver Rod Smith and George NFL Europe Coghill for the punt returner position. They want McGriff to win it. Also, the Broncos have several candidates for the kick returner position. Leland McElroy, Derek Lavelle, Curtis Alexander, Chris Watson, and Marcus Nash. And the bottom line is, looks like Brandon Bennett, the running back, is done in Cincinnati. Back to the phone lines. I didn't even know he was there. New blood in the conference finals. John in Chicago, is this good or bad for basketball?
I think this is great. I think it gives the people an opportunity to see two teams play that during the season you don't see a lot of in San Antonio, and especially Portland with the small market that they have out there, and the fact that the West Coast sees more of Portland than the East Coast does. I think it will give an opportunity for everybody to see just exactly what kind of ball players Portland has, especially coming off their bench.
It's amazing what they have.
And San Antonio, Duncan. I mean,
well, I think we all, you know what, I agree with what you're saying, but I think that most of America has seen San Antonio a lot, but you might be right. There might still be a large majority that have not seen Tim Duncan. Of course, being a sports broadcaster and you being a sports fan, we've seen him several times.
But you know something?
What's that?
I think San Antonio will go as Duncan goes. If Duncan can continue...
No, I disagree. Duncan will continue. Nobody will stop Duncan.
Yeah,
The question is, does San Antonio have the athletic guards to hang with Portland's unbelievable
You know what a bigger
guards?
question is, John?
What's that?
Does San Antonio have the bench strength that Portland does? If you get into foul trouble, Dunleavy can throw anybody in there.
Well,
San Antonio's hands are tied. Look,
the hands are not tied. The bench performance against the Lakers was brilliant. Purdue,
what happened to the ex-Bull Kerr? I mean...
That's how good their bench is. They don't even need him.
What?
So
is he going to be a free agent at the end of the year, or what's going on with him?
I don't believe he's going to be a free agent at the end of the year, but, if he is, he is. I have no idea. But I know that what my advice to the Spurs was during this break was to find some plays for him, run some plays for him. But look, you look off the bench. Let's look at the bench of the Portland Trailblazers. The players are this. Stacey Augmon is a defensive stopper. He comes in, and that is what he is expected to do. Walt Williams is a post-up three-point shooter, even though last night he had a couple nice running layups and freak show shots, the former Terrapin, but he's a three-point dead artist like a champion. Jermaine O'Neal really doesn't give you anything at all except a big body at times where you need it. Greg Anthony, the agitator, is the guy that really Doc Rivers and Kevin Harlan were frothing over his job that he has done, as far as putting the pressure. So do Greg Anthony and Damon Stoudemire, do they frustrate Avery Johnson and Antonio Daniels? Then when you look at the two-guard position, the small forward position, you're looking at Jimmy Jackson and Isaiah Ryder, against Sean Elliott and Jaren Jackson, and you throw Augmon and Walt Williams in that mix. At the wing swingman position, I think is where the trouble begins for San Antonio. I think Portland, they lost 3 times, but they match up very well with them. Brian Grant and Rasheed Wallace are gonna and Sabonis are gonna have their hands full with Duncan, Robinson, Purdue, Malik Rose, Jerome Kersey. That's going to be an edge to San Antonio, in my opinion. I think the overall guard edge goes to, and wing player edge goes to Portland, and I'm rooting for San Antonio, and I picked San Antonio and Indiana in the finals. It's 10 till the top of the hour. My name is John Renshaw. The toll-free number is 1-800-777-2907. We're going to bust on out of here. We'll come back and talk to the Mushroom Man in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Douglas Giuliani in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and Trevor Kidd in Portland, Oregon. But, of course, a good mood cut on a Memorial Day weekend to the commercial break.
The MacGyver smoker is a very handy guy to have around, especially when it comes to reefer.
Hey, man, we're out of papers.
All right, then get me a toilet paper roll, a corkscrew, and some tin foil.
We don't have a corkscrew.
All right, then get me an avocado, an ice pick, and my snorkel. Trust me, bro, I've made bongs with less. Hurry up.
I don't get it.
What?
How'd you...
Automobile. Call for...
That's 8.
Are created. In the journal...
If any information is... You get the money. Get the...
A man has the right to change his name to whatever he wants to change it to.
J.D. Langenbrunner, long shot, he scores!
Oh, I hate my job. I mean, what's the point when your boss doesn't even remember your name?
He scores! Boris Mirab!
That name no longer has any meaning for me.
Checked it along the boards by Gotcha. Look at it from ice and it scores!
You don't know my name, do you?
Yes, I do. It rhymes with a female body part.
Hey, the Final Four is half full on the hockey name of the day tournament. We're down to the Final Four in the legitimate hunt for Lord Stanley's Cup. Stars, Avalanche, Sabres, Leafs. Well, yesterday, Ron Tugnut became the first #1 seed to advance to the Final Four. He beat my friend and favorite hockey player, Jamie Langenbrunner, 65% to 35%. In case you don't know, we bracketed off 32 of the best hockey names from Darius Kasparaitis to Joe Nieuwendyk, Roman Hammerlick to Miroslav Shaton. 2 Final Four members right now are Teemu Solani and Ron Tugnut. Today, the winner of this battle goes to the Final Four. Radek Bonk against Joe Juno. What name do you think is cooler, Radek Bonk or Joe Juno? Bonk, a 4 seed, Juno, a 2 seed. Make sure to stay tuned to 101sports.com for all the latest updates from the Indy 500, the Kemper Open, NFL Europe this weekend, the NBA playoffs, 1on1sports.com. Of course, 101 Sports is going to Dusseldorf, Germany for World Ball 99. And it's time to announce our daily show winner for this morning. And I'm proud to award our daily winner with a 101 Sports NFL Europe t-shirt. And our winner is entered into the June 4th drawing for our 2 big prizes. And that winner is Gary McCarty of Pasadena, California. Gary, congratulations. You're now entered into that big June 4th drawing, which will take place on June 4th. That's what they call the June 4th drawing. The grand prize is a trip for 2 to the World Bowl 99 in Dusseldorf, Germany on June 27th. The trip includes airfare, 3 nights hotel, tickets to the game, VIP party, breakfast with Ray Bentley and Matt Millen, the 101 Sports and Fox announcers. By the way, you must be at least 21 and have a valid passport to win. Second prize, almost as good as the first. Here to quench your football thirst with a big screen television. Beautiful sight and precision, baby. Right in time for the 99 season. A little DirecTV, a little big screen. You'll never leave the house. You'll never see your spouse. If you have entered, you're going to win, hopefully. If you haven't, you're all right, because you can still get in at 1on1sports.com. Use the number 1 on your keyboard, or send a 3x5 postcard to 101 Sports World Bowl 99 contest, P.O. Box 509, Techney, Illinois 60082. Do not forget to tune in to see and hear NFL Europe action every Sunday in June. The game of the week, World Bowl 99, can be seen on Fox Television and heard right here on 101 Sports. As can the Mushroom Man in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, my brother and a Yankee fan. Hello, Mushroom.
How are you, Johnny? Sorry I haven't called you for a while.
That's okay, Portobello fella.
Hey, I'm out there delivering mushrooms today, and the friendly motorists are flipping me the bird today.
Well, it's a very dangerous weekend to travel, as you know, so please use your one leg wise.
Yes, I will. Hey, listen,
How do you drive with one leg?
Well, it's my right leg I use. And,
okay, so you're good.
Okay.
You're right.
And I wanted to tell you we're getting ready to have a baby girl here in another week or so.
No way.
Yes,
how do you make love with one leg? No, I'm just kidding.
No.
How many babies do you have?
Well, I have a son 20 years old, and then I have 2 babies, 1, 2, and one's going to be here in June.
Well, God bless your family and your wife and all your children, Mushroom. And our time is really short. Maybe you can call in again. Next time you go to a delivery, when you drop some mushrooms off, put one of your customers on the air before he actually eats those mushrooms. No, honestly, he's a legitimate mushroom dealer. I know most of you think that I only deal in those funny funguses. No, those are portobellos. Good mushrooms. Yum, yum. One-on-one sports.
When Ernie Irvin was hurt, remember, in 94. And then who ran at the end of 94? I don't remember off the top of my head. But you remember Jared run at 95, and then when Ernie Irvin come back at the end of the year, they had 228 cars. And then when the Ford Quality Care Service, Ford Credit, Planters, Peanuts, Plastic Coat, Texaco, Haviland, Mac Tools, Robert Yates on crew chief by Todd Parrott, Ford, the blue one you just see, Thunderbird, the 88, started up 96.
Yeah.
That was their first, this will be his 95, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's his 6th year with Yates, but see, 1 year he drove the 28, Jared.
Yes, sir.
He went to the blue one, the 88, when he formed the second team.
George, I got to get that.
Telephone.
Yeah, let me answer here real quick.
Who's calling you?
Hello, freaksports.com. Yeah, what's up, Al? What's up? I'm talking to my boy George right now.
Big Al.
Yeah, it's Big Al, George.
Where's he from?
He's from up there in Chicago.
Uh-oh.
I know. Hey, Al, I'll call you right back. Okay, Al.
Thank you.
To Capone.
Yeah, it's Al Pacino, Dan Marino. All I know is I'm not Rick Pitino.
Al Pacino, Marino got beat 62-7.
Oh, Joey, shut up now. Come on. Everything was going so good between.
Should have been in the championship game, they said.
Oh, but they're not.
I didn't get to see it. I only got to see the Sunday game, I was waiting for that score last week up there at work, and they said they blowed the field goal.
George.
They showed Rodenhauser snapping the balls because I saw him at the beginning of this year. Because he used to have a computer office up there where we work at.
Right.
And I said, "You're going to play for a 13th year?" He goes, "He might retire." But then when I was listening on the radio, it was the playoff game, before the Dolphin game with the Seahawks.
Yeah.
He said he played the last 8 weeks of the season for the Seahawks.
Hey, do me a favor.
He's the best long snapper, and the Redskins could have used him blowing that snap.
Oh, my God, that was a joke.
They could have, but what chance would they have had against the up there with your
No chance.
team?
No chance.
Green can't guard all that speed.
No.
But I ain't never been no fan of that team. That little dumb lady owns that team. Ain't got no business running on his pro football team or any. Thank goodness they don't own any Winston Cup race team.
Hey, do you remember Nick Lowry?
Yeah, the old Chiefs kicker, and then Juan Stenner, who was before him.
Yeah. Hey, let me.
Nick Lowry.
Yeah, he was gonna.
For the Jets a couple of years.
Yeah, he was gonna kick for the Rams in the game, but I don't think they signed him.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you a favor real quick, Hank.
What's the good food out there? Steaks.
Y'all barbecue. No, barbecue.
Oh, barbecue.
That's all they got. They got two things here. They got barbecue and they got these lights they put on the plaza, and that's it.
They got these what?
Lights. But I drove by the Royals Stadium. I drive by the Royals and the Chiefs Stadium on the way to work. I love that Royals Stadium. Will you do me one favor?
They side by side, ain't they?
Right next to each other, Truman Sports Complex.
Who owns that?
I don't know, but Walmart.
Aren't that guy that did the silver mines owns the Chiefs? Huh?
Lamar Hunt. He owned part of One-on-One Sports for a while.
He did.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Because I got to run. I'm gonna call you every day. I love you. God bless you. Just say hi right now. Say hi to Kansas City because they're listening to you.
Are they on there? Can they hear you?
Yeah.
On the radio?
They're gonna hear every damn word.
What time were you going? Oh, 12 to 4.
11 today. I'm going on 11.
12 here. You're only an hour behind because I looked it up there in Muhammad's calendar. You're only 1 hour behind, like Chicago from North Carolina.
Yeah, I drink.
Now it's 10:15 here.
Yes, sir.
So
no, right now it's 9:22 here. Yeah.
10:22 here, so you're only 1 hour behind.
Yes, sir.
How far is Missouri from here?
Ooh, I don't know. Same thing, Chicago, basically. A little less. I don't know, man. I'm coming to Charlotte for the ACC tournament. I swear to God.
You last year?
No.
Yeah, you ain't go.
First time.
Oh, I got to apologize to you too. When
No.
I said about you on the Steve Grass show.
Oh, I don't care. I don't care. I know.
Mad last year.
George, I've known you for.
Mad having and got depressed. I think I done took my anger out on everyone.
Yeah, I remember that. I was listening.
I know.
I was coming back from Shaggy's wedding. You called me a drunk, I think. What'd you call me?
I don't.
I think you called me a drunk.
He got married. David Shaggy got married.
Yeah, he did.
He's still there too.
No, he left it. Yeah, all gone.
You call there now. The old is that Craig Larson still there?
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah, I talked to him one time. I got this bonehead Marks on at night time. I called up and cussed him for what put me on. He's gone now, I think.
George.
Rhodes has been on Saturday now. The guy used to work for Spaniard.
Dustin Rhodes, yeah. He looks like that Brian Kenny on ESPN.
They made so many damn changes
I know.
there, man. You coach, hey, this was a bad year last year.
Yeah.
Scott, my number one man, Scott Farrell left. And you left. My other number one man. Well, you used to be my number one man. I moved you down number 2. I always liked you because y'all know you.
I got moved down on the depth chart.
You're old school. You're like the oldest one. Well, yeah, and you was always nice to me. And you left right after, I think in June. I called in, he was gone. Here.
Yeah.
And then the sumo Spaniard left. There ain't no damn buddy else to call.
You got
The guy out there at work goes, who you gonna call now? The 3 guys you like gone. I go, yeah, that's why I don't call no more.
You can call Brooks Melchior.
Who's that?
Exactly. Listen, I have to run.
Is that a makeup name?
No, it's some guy here.
Oh, so you really started your own station then?
Yes, sir. What will it take you to move
when
to
When are you going to get to the radio signal and everything?
Everything's coming, baby. Everything's coming.
Who's backing you?
Me. I took all my savings money out.
Man, you're taking a big risk.
I know.
It's like opening up a restaurant or something.
You're absolutely correct. But
well,
I'm going to...
I hope you make it because you always talk nice to me and you just sound like a good-hearted person.
Well, you're coming with me.
I hope you make it.
George, I love you. We'll make it. We've been friends for, 6 years?
I've known you for a long time.
I know. Look, I got to run now.
Your voice sounds good.
I got to run. Can I call you later?
Well, I'm going to be at work.
Well, I'll call you and say hi.
Yeah, let's think, hey,
They got mad yesterday?
You don't know what it's like to work up there with these people.
Well, they were nice.
Hey, I don't mean to be rude to you. When you work for somebody
No, you're
else,
busy.
Huh?
You're busy. I shouldn't call you. I shouldn't call you at work.
They take a lot of shit. They like to sit there in the back on there. Hey, they like to sit back there. And I sit there run all day long. I went there yesterday 10:30. I'm not sitting down till I come home 10:30. Here.
Yeah.
Haul the trash out 3 times a day. I made 400 cups of that cucumber sauce for their to-go orders. I want to sit down 1 minute. I cut the tomatoes. I cut the lettuce. I even cleaned the chicken for the guy and boil it for the guy that cooks the chicken. And I even do that now when they ain't doing that. Put the chicken on the grill. You know, I know how to do everything now. And yesterday the other guy got kind of mad because the Muhammad that brings the chicken brought it late. You know, the half chicken's come in a 54-pound box. You have to clean them, you know, trim the fat off of them. Yesterday I didn't clean them for the first time in a long time because I had to work up there, you know, put the orders, fix the orders.
Wow.
Oh, the other guy got mad because he had to kind of clean them because they like to do as little as possible. That's why I don't mean to be rude and hang up the phone.
Here we go. Yeah, we're back live in studio here. Freak Sports rolls on. Great to be with you today. Our goal definitely to take you through. Ooh, how did that happen? Our goal is to take you through the day, every day, and we're gonna, we'll get plenty of guests on, I guess, to prove to you that we have credibility. But I'm not gonna sit here and beg for your phone calls, and I'm not gonna sit here and I'm just gonna, my life is fascinating enough to captivate your attention. Let's see here. What line is it? Line 1. Let's see what we got here. Freak Sports. Yeah, right now. Hold on. Freak Sports. Yeah, who's this? You want to go on the air? You want to go on the air? All right, hold on. Okay, we got Steve and we got the Czar, and we're going live on the air right now. Let's go ahead and activate the Czar first. Oh, let's get Steve first. Yo, Steve.
Hey, dude.
How are you?
Doing great.
Where are you?
I'm in Kansas City.
God bless you.
Hey, man, I just missed you and George so much, and I'm really glad you're back.
Thank you.
I did email you the other day.
Thank you. Is this Steve Dean?
Huh?
Is this Steve Dean?
No, Steve Craig.
Okay.
And I've been from Kansas City my whole life, but Missouri fan, Chiefs fan, Royals fan. So I've only got 2 titles in my whole lifetime.
Well, titles are hard to come by. I mean, I was lucky that I was born in a time where the Orioles and Dolphins were doing well. And I got lots of World Series titles and Super Bowl rings, but hell, my Dolphins hadn't won a road playoff game since, 74? And this country puts way too much on titles. Listen to me, I've lived here for 4 months. I like your city a lot, buddy.
Hey, man, it's been pretty cool. We're
Yeah.
going to watch the Mizzou KU game.
I think I'm going to it.
Oh.
But we're going to have our first big Kansas City Freak Sports party soon. Probably at the Bait Shack, or Kelly's, or somewhere. You know what I would like Kansas City to have? Like about 2 more Westports. I just don't know where else to go. Where do you go out?
Well, the thing is, it depends. I'm 30 now.
Yeah, so you're married?
No.
No, okay.
No, but I got a girlfriend for 7 months.
What's her name?
Renita.
Renita. She's Spanish or black?
Texas.
She's Texan. And where'd you meet her?
Oh, just met her out here.
Where's the first time you ever met her?
She was my friend's neighbor.
Oh, the friends is the best way to go, isn't it? To meet girls.
Usually.
Yeah.
Usually it is.
So, do you love her?
Pardon?
Do you love her? Or you don't know yet?
I don't know yet.
Yeah. Who does she live with?
Her kid.
Oh boy. How many?
Now you have your answer.
Now I got my answer.
3.
3? And how old are the kid? Dude, no. The answer's no. So just keep on rocking that and get the hell out. Tell me about the Missouri-Kansas game.
Well, it's a typical situation. Kansas has more talent.
Yeah, that's typical, isn't it? It's so true. But
it's been like this.
I tell you who has more heart. Our Tigers.
Yeah, except for the fact that we don't know if the heart's going to be there with Quinn.
What do you mean?
Well, Norm put Hart in the Tigers.
Oh, Jesus. Quinn Snyder's an excellent coach from what I've seen.
Well, he's a good coach, but the thing is, does he know what the rivalry's all about?
Oh, Jesus Christ. He comes from Duke. He's a...
That's right, so he's going to be thinking, no, this is a
No. He's going to think, what?
He's going to think this is a punk rivalry.
Bullshit. He knows what the magic of... First of all, that's just complete bullshit. I know where you're coming from, but this man is a student of the game. He knows that he is so lucky that his first head coaching job is at a major university. Usually, you start off at some shit school, and then you move up to a Missouri. Anyone that's intelligent enough to go to Duke obviously has enough brains. He also was an assistant coach for Larry Brown with the Clippers for many years. He knows what Duke, North Carolina means. So he goes, well, he knows each region has rivalries. He knows that Kansas arguably is the most historic college basketball program of all times. Everybody came through Kansas. Wooden, Dean Smith, Fogg Allen, all of them. So believe me, that I honestly predict a Missouri victory tomorrow. I'll tell you why right now. Did you see what happened to Kansas when Kansas State threw that zone on them? Did you watch that Kansas State-Kansas game?
I watched it, and my girlfriend convinced me to turn it after halftime.
Oh, God.
So
Yeah.
She's being broke in on how to watch sports. Watch the full game.
So is she a sports virgin all the way through? Or what, does she like any sports?
She likes the Cowboys.
Yeah. Well, that's appropriate.
That's all I have to say.
Well, she's from Texas, and God bless the Cowboys. Yet, the Dallas Texans. Listen to me. The Kansas has 2 jump shooters on their team, and their names are Boshi and Axtell. That's it. I saw Boshi go into a slump against Kansas State where he couldn't hit shit, and I think that Kansas is back. I'll tell you right now, Dooling's going to have 28 points in this ball game. Now, obvious because Boshi can't guard anybody off the dribble.
The problem with that is when Doolin breaks Boshi down, he gets down the paint.
Yeah.
He doesn't have anyone to dish it to because we don't have any finishers.
Well, you have, unfortunately, everything depends on the hand of Clarence Gilbert. If he comes in hot, Missouri hangs. But then, there are going to be days where Grauer's shot is dropping, or Gage comes in, gets you blue-collar boards, and my guy Hafer, his name's Hafer, right?
He'll fell out.
Well, I tell you, he busts his ass. He'll do everything for you. You got to have a guy like Hafer on a team. You just look at what freaking Quinn Snyder is doing with this particular team, this talentless team, other than a point guard and Gilbert when he's hot. Just wait till he gets players, man. You should be,
I think he's a good coach. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining
Yeah.
about the guy. I'm not complaining.
I know.
I'm just so used to this whole situation. Actually, I was lucky. I went to school when we had Peeler and Doug Smith.
Yeah.
We were good, and we always choked.
Well, yeah, Missouri knows Missouri knows how to go undefeated in the regular season and then choke. There's no doubt about that. Let's move to the Chiefs here real quick. Draft or free agent, you can improve one position on the team. What do you do?
I'm with consensus on wide receivers.
All right. What were your thoughts on why do you think this city went so bizarre nuts over Nick Lowry kicking for the Rams? Just because he was one of their own, but people really got emotional about it. What am I missing here?
Well, I've been a season ticket holder since I was a child. So Nick was with the old group with Deron Cherry, Lloyd Burris, the teams that we had all defense, no offense, and Nick. And the only way we would score is if Lowry kicked a 50-yard field goal.
Right.
And so therefore, people harken back to the days when Nick fought through the bad teams, and he was there. He could have left. He never did until Peterson came in, ran him out, and then we lost the playoff game. Went Elliott. We could have had Lowry.
Doesn't Carl Peterson rub you the wrong way?
Yeah, he rubs us all the wrong way in the Midwest.
Does Renita rub you?
Yeah.
Does Renita rub you the wrong way? Hey, look, I got to go.
Hey, thanks a lot, man.
Will you please call and spread the word?
Don't worry, I'll do that for you.
Excellent. You take care. Let's go to the Czar, who is, maybe he's gone. Czar.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, you're on the air.
Hey, what's up, Renshaw?
God bless you.
Hey, how are you?
Rockin'.
Hey, this show. Hey, glad to see you back, my brother.
It's been a long, dark climb.
It has been.
It's
I'll tell you what, man. Who is that J. Mary Oddie character they got in your place now?
Let me answer this phone, all right?
Yeah.
You gonna hang with me?
Yeah.
All right. Yo, Free Sports. Who's this, baby? Stan who? Did you email me? Did you hear me read it? All right, you're next up. Hold. Czar?
Yeah.
Yeah, who is the funny thing about Jay Mariotti is this. 5 years ago, when they moved me from night to day, Jay Mariotti was on the middays. I replaced him. He went to weekdays. 5 years later, when they make moves, they bring him back to replace me.
Yeah.
But, you know, God bless everybody.
Right, I hear you.
Peace to all.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, man. Let's talk about my Steelers.
Well, you know, I don't know what to say. I certainly want to hear, was this the most difficult season in the history of your Steeler fandom?
It's close.
Yeah?
Yeah, Chuck Norris last year was pretty bad.
What was that like? I don't remember.
5-11.
Oh, man.
And I think we picked up like Tim Worley that year.
Oh, my God. And then he got busted for coke?
He got something.
Well, you know where he went to college?
Georgia.
Are the motherfucking Georgia running backs every fucking where?
Except for Tim Worley.
I know, but he had a nice little run, though, but yeah, he got. And then you also had, who's it, Carlton Hasselrig? What happened to him?
Hey, we had Walter Abercrombie.
What did he do? Oh, he's a fullback, right?
I don't know. He came out of Baylor.
Oh, yeah, he did. Don Baylor. Hey, who does Don Baylor manage?
He manages the Angels, doesn't he?
Oh, does he?
Is it the Orioles?
No, the Cubs, bitch.
Oh, yeah.
I think. Okay, let's talk Steelers. As far as the draft goes, the way I'm looking at it, I see two needs, wide receiver and quarterback.
I'm telling you, we are going to trade that pick and Bettis.
Wait, trade the pick and Bettis?
For Green, Trent Green.
Well, someone needs that, mother.
That's true, and the Rams certainly don't.
Can you, and your history of watching sports, Jimmy, have you ever seen anything like this Kurt Warner story?
Never. Jenny Capriati, but she was way out.
Oh, God, Capriati, yummy. You know, she's back.
I know she's back. She's got some back.
She's got some back. I've always wanted that. I mean, I'd love to.
Just the hottest chick.
What?
Tennis players. Tennis girls.
Yeah, well, first of all, girls tennis is better than boys tennis. I would love Serena Williams. And have you noticed how Anna Kournikova, obviously she's the most beautiful chick around, that they put her picture in the USA Today, even if it's like a no story, like if there's some bullshit tennis match going on. Yeah, they'll find. Yeah, they do. Because is she still doing Fedorov? Pavel Bure. She likes that hockey cock. Dude, the Russians are hung. They're not. What are you? Yeah. Are you circumcised?
Halfway.
What? I wish I wasn't circumcised because I like keep my keys up there and stuff. Wait a minute, let me get this phone, all right?
Yeah.
Let's see what's up with this. Yo, Freak Sports. Hello. Goodbye. They hung up on me, Jimmy.
You know what I found out, Johnny?
Yeah.
I'm black from the waist down.
Bullshit.
I am.
And that's not a rumor. That's so true.
Oh, speaking of black from the waist down.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to know the Steelers' downfall?
Uh-huh.
I told you, I'm sports paparazzi. I got all the scoop.
All right.
I might have told you this before. I don't know.
No, you're telling me about Cordell and freaking...
Yes, dude. Listen. Cordell Stewart. I saw him on Halstead.
I don't know what hall. Oh, you're the gay street.
Yeah.
So I've been down there too, and I'm bi. I'm not gay, but I've been down to Halstead.
Yeah?
You in Chicago, right?
I live right off Halstead.
Are you gay?
No.
Are you against gay?
No, I'm not against gay.
But as a football player, it's probably hard to pull off.
As a quarterback, it's got to be like
Especially with your hands up the ass.
Aikman's gay.
He's marrying a country chick or somebody. No, he married some secretary.
I don't know about that, man. I saw him on Halstead, too.
Oh, God, dude. Who are you? And screw your eyes.
Listen.
Damn your eyes, man. Damn your eyes.
Listen,
Yeah.
no power.
When is the last time you jacked off?
Oh, man, yesterday.
You swear to God?
Yeah, I swear to God.
Okay.
No,
Look.
I had to save it, man. I'm going to see my pretty girlfriend today.
Wait a minute.
Uh-huh.
Where's she?
Grand Rapids.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Where'd you meet her?
On spring break.
Where?
Panama City.
Where's the first place you met her?
The tiki bar.
Titty bar?
Tiki.
And how did you go up and talk to her?
You know what? She stared me down.
Oh, Jesus. That's so awesome when that happens.
She stared me down.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, you must recognize me.
Oh, you must.
She goes, yeah. I go, yeah, I'm the quarterback for UCLA.
You said that?
Oh, that's my line.
Okay, how far did you go that night?
You know what? I got nowhere, man.
That's good. That's good.